Otherwise,
vipi.
I hope we're same kwa salama and welcome to this part 2 of the episode that we've been doing so far concerning democracy, concerning elections, looking at a poll that we had conducted on the likelihood of the voting pattern, how many people are going to vote, how many people don't want to vote, and for what reasons. And we've been having this discussion. And as we welcome you back into this discussion, we are joined gladly and pleasantly by one man, Sudi Mairura, a distinguished leader. You know a leader whom we have seen. Sisi tumetembea na yeye.
Akiwa mtoto.
Ametembea na sisi. Akiwa mchanga.
Tuliona akiwa hapa sasa.
Akiwa mbigi. Unajua, akiwa ameshona. Unajua, tunamwona vizuri.
Alikuwa na koti fulani ilikuwa inafika hapa hivi kwa.
Bana.
Kufua hapa.
Unaongea juu. Huyu jamaa anakuwa hata anataki koti.
Kimoja amewafua.
Leo nimepata nini?
Yeah, but seriously, I mean, this guy, and then we are so honored to host Sudi Mairura on this part 2 of this continuing episode, and the conversations are the same. We are just going on with the discussions regarding elections, the discussions regarding voting and how we expect it to go, discussions concerning the challenges of a prospective leader, an aspirant for a seat, and he's going to tell us which seat he is running for, because he's going to be on the ballot. You better watch out.
Manze.
You better look out for, better see his face, muijue vizuri,
yes,
na mumsikize vizuri,
yes,
because today you're going to know what he's made of, you know? A bit of what he's made of, because he can tell us all about himself in one sitting. But karibu Sudi, karibu sana.
Asante sana.
And tell us about yourself.
Yeah.
Sasa unajua hapa ndio mtu unaanzanga na manifesto. Unasema kila kitu iko kwa manifesto.
Unaanza na hiyo. Hapo unasema jina langu ni nini?
Kipengele cha kwanza.
Atasema in 6 months time.
In my first 100 days.
Haiwezi kosa hiyo line.
We are going.
Yeah.
Na nikikosa niweke chini. Hivyo ndio inakuanga sasa. My good name is Sudi Mairura Mauti. I am an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, and I am running for MCA Karen Ward, just here across, and I'm going with a ticket of the Green Thinking Action Party, GTAP for short. Inakuanga ni pesa chini na green juu.
Correct.
Environment juu.
Yes.
Tunatafuta biashara ambazo zinaendelesha mazingira. Na hiyo ndo kazi yenye tunataka kufanya. Hizo zingine tafuta manifesto yangu, niko Facebook pale MCA Karen Ward Sudi Mairura, utanipata hapo, kuna kila kitu yenye ungependa kupata. Namba ya kazi iko hapo. You call between working hours. Ukinipigia 505 utajiongelesha. Hiyo ni saa ya kukaa na familia
na watoto.
Watoto wake. Tunakaa na tunachezesha watoto wake. Wangu bado wako kwa magoti. Yeah.
Lakini in 100 days.
You might see more
100 days after my wedding. You might see results.
in 100 days.
Even though iko. Yeah, so it's a pleasure to be here really. Yeah. Very pertinent questions, and najua the thing that you guys have been talking about is the issue around voter apathy.
Yeah.
Na hata hapo unaweza sema kitu moja au mbili kwa sababu ni 2 cents, 2 gents and a penny.
We are a bit richer today.
A bit richer today. Lazima ni 10 hizo cents. So really I like to use an example when I think about this. Nakumbuka at some point in time nikifanya mambo zangu za ujuaji, I stumbled upon a site called WikiLeaks. And WikiLeaks usually just publishes things that are hidden from the public eye. And the editor has been sought after na amekuwa arrested. I think right now he's being prosecuted either in Britain or something of that sort. He had sought asylum, yani alikuwa refugee in London. Na alikuwa refugee kwa embassy ya Ecuador. Na under conditions akaambiwa, do not ever publish, as long as you are seeking asylum with the Ecuadorian embassy, do not ever publish another thing that touches on the sovereignty of another country. Unaona? Hiyo ndio ilikuwa condition yake. Otherwise he's kicked out. Sasa ujue dunia mzima inatafuta mjamaa. Inatafuta mjamaa anataka kumnyonga. So this happened to be somewhere, I think 2020, early 2020, or thereabouts, ama 2019, I'm not completely sure. Waka nini? Kukakuwa na news, breaking news, everywhere, BBC, CNN. Editor of WikiLeaks has been arrested in London. Scotland Yard, sijua mwamshika nini, what? Unaona? And the guy is being bundled. Unajua venye watu nini hawkers wa bebo wangu hapo tao. He was being bundled. Sikuwa jua zungu bebo hivyo.
Watu ni watu.
Watu ni watu. So, I'm wondering kwani what happened. Ndio nika discover that ya kwamba hiyo ndo kitu alikuwa amebreach. Alikuwa amebreak hiyo condition that he had published something that touched on the sovereignty
of another state.
So sasa akakuwa kicked out of the Ecuadorian embassy in London. Ndo alikuwa anashikwa. Mimi nikashindwa kwani alipublish nini? Nikaingia WikiLeaks. Sioni chochote imepublishiwa. Sioni honestly there was nothing that was there. Unaona?
Yeah.
Up until I put inaitwangwa VPN. The VPN on. Kwa hiyo website. Keka VPN inawachanga kutumia your location. So unaweza kaa ni kama uko Australia lakini uko Kenya ama uko Nigeria, whatever. When I put the VPN, I saw WikiLeaks had several headlines that were missing.
So alichuja.
So wewe ukiwa hapa innocently as a Kenyan unaangalia WikiLeaks ukidhani ati I'm seeing what is happening in the world, there are several things that you have missed, you do not know about,
that have been removed,
that have been hidden from your eye.
From my eye. They are visible, but they are
visible, but they are not visible.
Privileged access.
Privileged access, hidden in plain sight. Unaona?
Yeah.
That's when I discovered he had published about the Pope being involved in that scandal of condoms coming to Africa. So, this was two fiery things. One, Pope finally is exposed as a leader of a sovereign state, which is not really what the world takes him to be. And two, the leader of the Catholic Church, sanctioning or somewhat, it's a controversial issue, and it's not what I wish to bring. It's the idea that you live in a world where the Pope can be involved in those things, but you have no idea.
You don't know.
Have no idea. Unaona? In the same way, when it comes to elections, you live in a world, you have zero idea what is going on.
Come on.
Zero. You don't know what your MP is doing. You don't know what your MCA is doing. You don't know what your president is doing. His deputy, her deputy. Unajua, when the day comes, we live in a bubble. Unaona?
Where anything can be hidden.
Anything goes. That's why kuna hiyo voter apathy. That is really it. You are not involved in the game. You have no idea. You have to wake up and know. Unaona? Down the post, hizo zenye tukwa tunaona, nikaona, WikiLeaks, they had already leaked something else. The different embassies and what they are buying and purchasing. Unaona? Different government agencies, what they are buying and purchasing. They are all there. Mi siongeleshi, sisemi kitu ati yenye
it's a secret.
It's not a secret. It's right there. Go and check.
Public information.
It's public information. You'll be very shocked to discover the kind of contracts your government has gotten into.
Wow.
Unaona?
Haya basi.
Unaelewa? Sasa hivi umesikia data protection is big.
Yes.
What is your government doing to your phone right now? Do you know if you're being surveyed? Kuna surveillance on it or not? Unaona? That controversy is there. That information is there. It does not come from me. So don't come after me. I'm just telling you, are you living obliviously of everything that is going around you? Unaona? Because that same attitude is what we carry when it comes to elections. Unaona? Voter apathy, mi kufeel, si mi nimekula. Si nimeenda job. Nimelala. Najilipia rent. Nafaa kufanya nini tena?
Nakaa kwangu.
Hainihusu, nakaa kwangu. Hakuna kitu inanihusu. And that's how it happens. So you don't feel like you should be involved. And the pain is this. Every year, around towards the end of June, you will hear tuko na budget inasomwa. Do you know the budget process starts all the way back in around August
The previous year.
of the previous year? Unaona? What happens until June of the next year?
When everybody is awaking to the budget as if it
the
happened over
Minister of Finance amekuja kusema that very long, boring, hard to read document. That long speech yenye utasikia. Unaona? It went through a process you have no idea about. I discovered in our country only 1% of the budget actually goes to development.
Wow.
1%
1% of the amount
of 3 trillion.
Oh my God.
Hiyo ndo inakuanga actual development cash.
My goodness.
Unaona? So wewe in your bubble, unajua, in your bubble, endelea tu kuishi in your bubble. Out of 3 trillion bob, ujue we kitu yenye itakuja kusaidia hapo kwenu, if at all, 1%.
Kama itakufikia.
Kwa sababu kuna watu haifiki.
Kama itakufikia. Why? You're not engaged in the process. You do not have any idea. You live in complete oblivion of what your country is doing, of what the people you've put in leadership are doing. Na sasa imefika mahali penye hadi ati sasa umechoka kupanga line. Unaona? Kwa sababu unadhani you are okay because you've sat and slept on election day.
There will not be any impact.
There will be no impact. Unaona? A very recent example. We are bailing out for the umpteenth time Kenya Airways 103 billion shillings from your pockets, sleeping at home without voting. It is coming from your pocket. So if you don't engage, you will never question why our air carrier, the main one, has never made profits in years and years.
True.
You don't know.
That's true.
Why do you accept? How do you even prevent? Unajua, such a case to be the case. Kwa sababu, once you end up travel out there kidogo, you will see the huge difference. The huge difference of what other people are doing and what we are doing. So that you say, even during COVID times, that we are doing so poorly in terms of air travel as a nation. But because you are okay, unajua wewe hata the most unaendanga ni flight ya Mombasa December. So there is no need to unaenda Jambo Jet. Unaona, you don't really care about
use another
our national carry.
Use
unaona. So that is the problem we are facing.
Lack of interest.
Lack of interest.
Okay,
our head is not in the game.
I think I have a question out of what you've said. We've talked about even the 1% that is coming to us, and we said, considering also that there are people who might not even get the 1%. And according to how you've explained these issues, you're actually pointing out the middle class. Because I feel like there's an apathy at the middle class. And they have an opportunity, they're intellectuals, and they understand what can, the changes that can be done in this country, but they just choose not to. Watu wenye umesema wanapanda hiyo Jambo Jet, middle class. Do you think that that's the case?
I think it's different problems for different cadres of people. For the middle class, inaonekana hivyo. You might think the class below them, they are more engaged, because they are more active and you see them. They are the ones attending rallies. They are the ones running around chanting songs. Yeah? But really, engagement isn't just engagement. Engagement has to be meaningful engagement. Kwa sababu hapo in that the low income class, the biggest problem, I've seen it with my own eyes, and I'm running in Karen ward, which is supposedly one of the most prominent areas in our country. The abject poverty I have seen within Karen. Within Karen
It's shocking, eh?
is shocking. Why I say this? Because this person who you think is engaging meaningfully in the electoral process, ana engage kwa sababu at the end of that day ana engage atapata 50 bob.
Wow. Oh, okay. All right.
Unaona? Anapata 50 bob, 100 bob, ikienda sana 200. That is why. Simple and clear.
That's the driving.
That is the driving force. It's not meaningful engagement. Go ask 10 people when you attend rally. 3 points.
That they picked from the
that
speech.
rally. From that speech by politician X, whom they attended their rally from. Unaona? They have no idea. Walisikiza wakachia wakachant, and the next thing they were expecting ni mkubwa.
Something needs to flow.
Something needs to flow. Unajua?
So I think
bei ya unga imepanda. Tununulie unga. That's it.
So what I'm hearing from you is we need to have meaningful, not just engagement, but
meaningful engagement.
So are you able to unpack for us what this meaningful engagement
Meaningful engagement is sit, unaona, sit, actually engage, and hata maybe kutumia engage in the same sentence ni mbaya. Kaa chini, unaona, chukua hiyo manifesto, angalia. Unaona? Uliza huyo mtu amesimama hiyo swali. Unaona? Muulize tena kesho. Na kesho kutwa. Unaona? Na jiulize kama hiyo kitu yenye ameweka hapo ndio ile kitu yenye inagusa maisha yako. Unaona? Kwa sababu kama atabadilisha kitu inagusa maisha yako na kuambie aje. Unajua si ati tutaleta shule, mtaenda shule. Tutawapatia pesa fulani kila mwezi. Jiulize aje. Unaona? Tutabadilisha chini kuanzia chini kwenda juu. Aje. Unaona? Na hiyo aje inafaa uelewe pia. Okay. Kwa hivyo utafanya step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Kesho umuulize step 1 iko wapi? Kesho kutwa step 2 iko wapi?
So this is now what Robert was saying about beyond the voting.
Beyond the voting. It's the most important conversation because election is an event. One day. Results will take 2 or 3 days after. After that, you will have a winner of the different seats. All about 400 legislators will have been put in place in their different places. Unaona? After you've done that, unaona, you start life.
That's where engagement, accountability, responsibility.
Now that is where now you get out of the bubble. Unaona? Sasa tuanze kuingia kwa issues za ukweli zenye zinatuhusu. SGR nzuri sana. Ituletea pesa ngapi? Na hiyo si kusema hiyo ni manifesto ya huyu ama yes. Unaona? Kweli mimi nimekula pesa ngapi kama Mkenya kutoka kwa development project fulani. Unaona? Wale watu wenye tumesikia scandals and about 12 major scandals in Kenya as we speak. Vitu zimefika wapi? Nani anafuatilia? Aje. Unaona? Hizo ni scandals. Tuingie, polisi wetu wanakula. Wanalipwa mzuri. Wanalala nyumba mzuri. Have you ever visited a barracks? Huko ndani uone kama wanaishi vizuri. Ama una expect ule mtu anakuchunga, anaishi vibaya na kuchunga.
That's deep.
Umeelewa?
What do you expect?
What do you expect? Mnasema vijana wetu wana kazi. Ni nini inaweza badilishwa? Unaona? Unajua mimi na my best friend anasemanga hivi. sisi tulikuja Nairobi, sisi tutafuta kazi, tutafuta pesa. Mimi naambianga vijana, hata hapo nikipiga campaign naambia, as MCA, I cannot really give you jobs, but I can provide for you opportunities to make a living.
Yeah.
Unaona? What are those opportunities? Unaona?
Yes.
Mmefanya kazi hata kaya ni ya kusupply maji na certain area. Kwa sababu maji ni shida kila mahali.
Yes.
Mmesupply nyanya tu, nyanya ya kukula. Unaona?
Yeah.
Those are the kind of things that you expect. One from your MCA, two from your MP,
Yeah.
three from your women rep, four from your governor,
Yeah.
and finally your senator, and above them all, the president and his deputy, or her deputy.
That's true.
Unaona?
Yeah.
That's how it is. Otherwise, as long as your head is not in the game, utaendelea kuishi hivyo. Unaona? And unajua,
So basically, what you're saying, Sudi, is that there's something we can do about the apathy.
yes.
And that has to begin with ourselves. There are probably areas we need to look into that could change our perspectives. There are things we are likely not doing, or we have lost hope doing them. We've been doing them, and the question is whether if you stop doing them, if you stop participating, if you stop engaging, if you stop being interested, it will ever change. So that the deciding moment is whether by you sitting up, by you not participating, are you going to change the circumstances? So you'd rather do what you can, no matter how slow it's taking to change things, because as much as the numbers will increase, the more one person, another person will speak to, you're sharing this knowledge one on one. You're sharing this experience one on one. You're changing this mindset one by one. It will never, a crowd will never grow overnight. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you're mentioning two things. One being hope, two being sort of a motivational factor ya kufanya things zianze to change. And I think we are a generation that is so lost because of expecting such. Unaona? Mi naambia watu, and it's what I'm saying right now. We need to wake up. We need to just wake up and stop being so passive about everything. Unaona? It's not about hope. It's really about the fact that this actually touches on your life. Whether you feel good or bad about it, it touches on your life. Wake up and see that your life is affected.
All right.
Wake up and do something about
Wake
it.
up and do something about it.
Yeah.
If you decide not to, we jua we ndo umeamua kudhulumiwa
It's
peke
on your
yako.
head.
It's on you.
Yeah.
Unaona? But there's no point in me coming and encouraging you. Oh, I encourage you, enjoy. Now engage in politics. No. This touches your life. This touches your life. Ile siku maji inapotea kwenu. Hiyo ni politics. Unaona?
Yeah.
Ile siku fare ya matatu imepanda. Ni politics.
Kuna politics.
Unaona?
Yeah.
Ile siku yenye watu wanashindwa kununua unga.
Kuna politics.
Ni politics. Si kuna
Ni politics.
ni
It is.
politics.
Yes.
Tuko ndani. Unaona? This touches your life. Electricity ni politics.
Basic commodities.
Basic commodity. Shule ni politics. So ukikataa kujiuliza ni nini nafaa kufanya hizi vitu zibadilike, ati juu unafikiria the solution ni umeenda job ukatengeneza salary yako and now you're able to afford this thing, unagongwa. Because where does your money go? Unaona?
And is it sustainable?
I've been to Europe. I'm telling you, people, not everyone works, but everyone gets something from the government. If it's education, it is a functional system. Unaona? And I'm telling you for free, it is not a competitive process to be a president in some of those countries.
Basically, election is not a result of that.
What people have seen that we need to be very sure that we are seeing results to an extent that no one has a chance to misuse them.
Okay.
Ndio maana hata sasa kiti kama ya president inashuka kabisa. Unasikia tu hiyo inakuanga tu ni wale watu wanajisikia na mambo ya leadership. Si ati ni ya mtu mwenye anaona hapa ndatengeneza pesa fulani. Unaona? Kwa sababu unajua Kenya tuko aje, ni kama ile story ya mtu aliandikwa kazi ya kufagia compound. Mti fulani ilikuwa inaangusha maua. Si ndio? Siku moja akakuja na akaangalia hivi akasema hii mti imeshinda ikiangusha maua, wacha nikate tumalize hii shida. Akakata. Sasa alikata hiyo maua zikaacha kuanguka. Akaambiwa sasa unaona hakuna kazi yako hapa. Akaenda nyumbani. Unaona? So ndio huyo mtu alienda hasara. Lakini politics ya Kenya, the leader who is there hata waikata hiyo mti.
Ndio maua ishi. Aje.
Unaelewa?
Aje.
So the systems are deliberately put never to really work. Kwa sababu once they work, you will realize you do not need them anymore.
That's true.
Because what will be required from there is progress. Umekata mti. Sasa umepanda mti ngapi zingine? Unaona? And they do not, that takes a hard-working, proactive, serious leader to transform your compound into a more beautiful compound without the tree that was cut. Lakini hiyo utaipata na wale watu wako hapo. Wenye wako hapo wata make sure hiyo mti inaendelea kunawiri kila siku, inamwaga hiyo maua chini. Unaona? That is the problem. Ndio maana hiyo sewage hapo nje kwenu itakuwa ngumu itolewe. Juu ikitolewa mtu hata kwa anahitajika. Mtu mwenye atahitajika ni mtu atasema hapa no longer do we need just a road. We need an overpass. We need a tram. We need a train. Mtu ako na vision. Unaona? Na huyo mtu chances are si wale watu corrupt wenye wataingia. Kwa sababu wale watu corrupt wanataka pesa haraka. Si wale watu lazy. Kwa sababu watu lazy watataka tu kufanya ile yenye iko ishe. Wakule yao. Unaona?
Thank you for that.
That's the truth.
Thank you for that. And I think we have a couple of other questions we want to ask you, and you've really addressed your issue of apathy very deeply. And there are quite a number of takeaways I'm getting. The aspect of responsibility, personal responsibility, participating in politics, it affects you. If you sit out, it's going to affect you either way. And also the aspect of that elections is not only about the election. It's not all about the selection process. There is more to it than selection. In fact, the harder work, the more significant piece of work is beyond the selection process. The selection process is not the only thing. So tuache kuweka kichwa yetu yote kwa selection na politics is about election. It's not only about election. And there's more to it.
There's way more to it. In Kenya, it's like sisi we are a betting nation. We bet. Unaona? Wewe umeka kichwa wapi? Nimeka huko kwa baba. Wewe umeka kichwa wapi? Huko kwa Mr. Ruto ama kwa Wajakoya ama kwa nani Mwaore. That is our bet. Unaona? So umesha bet, kisha bet tena nyumbani ulale. Sasa ngoje uone bet yako kama utakula. So your work is to engage actively. Because if you did engage actively in politics all through, when it comes to election, it's very easy. You will choose easily because you know wewe hapa lakini je kwa ukifanya chochote. So wewe kaa tu nyumbani. You will have a very easy time on election day. You will know who to put there. Unaona? You will know and it will be an easy task then. But saa hii yenye unangojea uone kwa TV ni nani ndio utagotia. Wengine una discover kwa ballot box.
How?
Ngumu.
Utachapa guesswork.
Utachapa guesswork. Na just to say I'm number 4 on that ballot.
Usiwaste time. Get
number 4. Now that you've had me.
Watu wa Karen word.
I'm number 4 on the ballot box. On the ballot paper. And see it for that.
Basically anasema opposite.
Yupo ndani. Taki disturbance of them. Usijaribu.
Skate sim. Upon kata sim. Kevin, you take one.
Yes, so I think I am now moving into the process, the election process. There's one of these new ideas that came. I think it started in 2020 about the debates. Where we've been having debates and candidates wameitwa hapo hivyo za maswali. Manifesto yako inakuwa critiqued here and there. And we've started even this year we've seen some of the debates that have taken place with the deputy presidents recently taking place. Do you think that we've gotten to that place as a country where we can vote because of the outcome?
We've not gotten there. I doubt that we've gotten to a place where people will vote basically out of the presidential or deputies or whoever's debate, generally speaking. I guess really the world over, there's that challenge. We look to the debates that the US and we see the influence they have over them. Okay. But really, I think it's a question of actual research to go and find out how much the presidential debate in the US is really received by the electorate. Unaona? Kwa sababu I doubt if someone is a Democrat or a Republican in the US will change their mind on the day of the presidential debate. I suspect.
Okay.
I suspect. Okay. Unaona? So generally speaking, I think what I'm saying is debates as a mechanism might not be the complete reason why people will change. Perhaps for the intellectual class, what when their life is determined by debates. Really, generally. Unaona, our academicians when you go, that is a right point, that's a good thing.
Want to delve into
Unajua,
issues.
but otherwise unajua watu wana support like when the debate for the deputies, what when you wanna support the UDA side, they were happy with their person. The person for the Azimio side, they were very happy with their person. So it's really who was converted.
And for the other candidates as well.
For the other candidates as well. I guess sijui kama mndaalao watu kusema their opinion hapa vizuri. I guess really the best performer in the deputy president's debate as a debater was the candidate, the Roots Party candidate. I don't support the Roots Party. Don't misquote me.
But
she was a performer in that debate. I don't know how many people will actually vote for them because of that debate.
Good point.
In a makes sense.
Yeah, it now makes sense.
Unaona, because I am happy with the debate, but my vote remains my vote. Unaona, there's that intellectual challenge, and really for us, I guess it's deeper because, like I said, the middle class has some apathy. The class under, they don't really care. And chances are pia hawajakubaliwa kwenda shule vizuri, so that they are academicians by nature. Unaona? So you won't really talk too much on a debate and then they're like, unajua umetoa mapoints zimefurahisha.
You won't likely capture their interest from a debate.
Chances are low. Unaona? So how wana engage when it's unajua really the short term economic benefit yenye wanapata hapo. Unaona? And that carries the day. Or sensational issues. Huyu alimwambiaje? Alimjibu. Unajua?
Ni entertainment.
Those are the things. I think that's where we are at as a country, as a nation, generally our age right now. I doubt that tunaweza kaa like the ancient times of Greek debates where people were the Colosseum and unajua huyu ameongea bana, so the leaders of the day side with him and things move on. I doubt.
And possibly from that question, I think to extend from that aspect of the debate, from your perspective, was it easier? Did the debate probably make it easier from some candidates, for some candidates to bring out their points? Did it appear to the eyes of the public that it gave all the candidates a level playing field? That's one. And secondly, even beyond the debate, generally, from what we're seeing in the newspapers, what we're seeing in the media, is there a level playing field for all candidates? Is it being? Is a platform? Are these media platforms being?
Are they available to everyone?
Are they available for everyone, so that we can see all candidates in almost the same light?
Of course not. And now that I've engaged in politics in the sense of actually running, I have seen some things. What you see on the media is deliberate. Unaona, it's not at per chance at you find the platform going in a certain way. It is actually deliberate. People pay money, people manipulate the system to a certain end. And these games now is where you get the idea of political machinery and how it works. And it's different for different countries and different sort of geographical divisions. I find it very interesting that, what the parties that have been having the most airtime were put together. The one with the least airtime were also put together. And I think there was a random ballot, excuse me, there was a random ballot where people picked who they are going against, right? I find it very peculiar that ended up that way. But
What a coincidence.
what a coincidence.
Yeah.
Both for the gubernatorial and the deputy presidential
That's true.
debates.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. But apart from the machinery working that way, where the platform is not equal for everyone, because I really think if the platform was equal for everyone, we'll be really talking about very different presidential candidates in our day. Unaona, we'll be really talking about very different kind of issues in our day. Unaona, and that's why you will see the sensation takes the day. The old timers will have their chance. The newcomers will have their chance also in a way. But really, at the end of the day, it's political machinery. It is deliberately made to look like that. Even during the debate, the
impartiality.
The impartiality and the objectivity to even just want to verify things well. And a good question is, for example, when a question was asked, what is your net worth? So how much research has been done by you, the media representative asking the question, to put it in context that we can actually tell, we whom we've never interacted with such information, we can actually tell and say, oh, okay, this person, from the facts of the media personality, are A, B, C, D. And the answer of the candidate is E, F, G, H. So who's saying the truth, who is not? You cannot tell.
You cannot tell whether it was right, accurate.
Is
whether
it
there was a
If they
dispute.
tell you, okay, it's 200 million, and then?
What if they said I'm poor?
Yes.
They will seem like a liar, but is it true or false?
How
can you verify that?
You cannot
The eye
verify.
of the public.
That's the work of the media, to bring information to the public. But that information was, quote unquote, withheld. And all was asked was, what is your network?
So you have to run with what they say.
So you just run with what they say. So we end up having a situation where people are really just going to say the same things they say at a campaign rally. A little many here and there, and you end up having the animal we have of a debate right now with its results.
Okay. I think maybe to close us, there are some questions. Actually, there's one question that I needed you to really tell us. When it comes to campaigning, I know you've done this before, so you have an experience. Where do you draw the line between giving handouts and facilitation? Sometimes you'd go to a hall and then you call people from different places and they come there. Is it okay if you say you're going to facilitate their transport? And does it look like you're bribing them? How do you really work around that? There's a clear line actually. There's a clear line of facilitation and bribery. Okay. Because if you're facilitating transport, I do it all the time. Someone calls me and says, I need credit to go and talk to a couple of voters in my area. I need to give them calls. I don't send them money to the M-Pesa. I buy credit for them.
have facilitated them, right?
Yeah.
Unaona? Because someone will come back and say, you and it has happened, even including yesterday in the evening. You sent me airtime, but I had Okwajahazi, so it has been
Consumed.
it has been consumed. Could you send me on my M-Pesa some extra cash? I tell them no. That is all that there was. And if you needed credit, you've gotten credit. Because no one is dumb to know that this is what people want. You know, same as for a venue. You know, you go to a church. You know, they said you can have a meeting at our church in the afternoon when there are no services. And of course, during the week, there are no services. You can meet your people here, you know. And the pastor will say, you know, there will be a stark difference. Takwambia toa sadaka kidogo. Ama, unajua, kwanza, there's a nice demarcator. Ukisikia the word kidogo, chances are it is corruption.
It's kidogo.
Hiyo jina. Unajua, kuna nini kidogo?
Ama kakitu.
Why the timidity? If it's open. Unajua, sema church mimi na hire out. My 1,000, 2,000 bob. Why are you afraid?
Where the bloodlines.
Why unaona? But the real challenge is this. I've gone on the ground with a very hard stance of refusing to give people money simply because they are interested in what I have to say and stuff like that. But the real challenge is they will cajole and fight you about lunch, and sometimes you can really see by the way they are really hungry. And they will do, you will see, and that is the real challenge. The abject poverty of our people. The serious poverty of our people. Kwa sababu unaona ukweli. When someone can fight you and be angry with you because you've not given them lunch, then you walk away with a clean conscience. With a very clean conscience, because you know, mimi sikukupatia pesa. Na kama wewe unaona umekataa kunipatia kura yako ama kuona kama mimi ni mtu wa maana juu za kupatia hiyo 100, well and good. Unajua, what you want is 100 and lose the 5 years of your life to someone who already has the money and chances are from dubious means. Unaona? Because nobody with their hard-earned money will be able to give out all this cash and still just be okay unless...
And not counter loss.
Not counter loss. And feel nothing.
You feel nothing about it. And actually now that you've gotten to that area, I know we are almost drawing to a close. And from your experience, because I know you've seen the ups, the downs, the challenges, the struggles in campaigning, meeting the people. From your lessons, you may not be able to list all your challenges, but you might be able to have something for the electorate that is watching. There are people who are watching and intending to vote. They could be from Karen or they could be from elsewhere. But what would you tell them to change or to note now that we are almost getting to the electorate?
I think to really change, first of all, really, the first thing you talked about, to really wake up and really engage in the game. Because this is their life. This is really their life. They should wake up and really start engaging. You know, that is something they should change. Towards this actual event of an election, they really should change the idea of seeking handouts all the time. Unaona? Because once you seek handouts, what happens to the actual agenda of the politician and the actual agenda of your livelihood is put on the side.
Because of the handout.
In exchange of the handout. Because now we do not have a discussion. We do not have any meaningful engagement with that. It's just a transaction. I give you 100 bob, you give me your vote. I get in, I'll do whatever I want.
That's true.
After all, we finished. But if you do refuse the handout, then you will have the need within you to keep the person you gave your vote for free to account.
You want something from them.
Kwa sababu utasema
something bigger.
Unaona ukunipatia 100 na nimekuweka unanifanyia nini? Nataka kuiona. Unaona? And at that point, unaona, now let that corrupt person say, I'll give you 5,000. Unasema unamwambia haya weka hapa, haya kotini kesho yake. This is a corrupt politician. Unaona?
Yeah, it's true.
Or nitaona barabara yangu inajengwa
na mataa na maji.
Maji. Tumeanza kuona vitu zinabadilika. Unaona? That's the thing.
Thank you.
Asante sana
Don't
Sudi.
sell off your power to be accountable. To hold someone accountable for what you are paying for with your money. Kumbuka, one thing they should really know, that all this money politicians give you comes from your taxes. Remember, from our budget, only 1% of 3 trillion goes to development. So kama mtu anakupatia pesa, and especially ametoka from within government, jua imetoka kwa hiyo taxes zako. Kwa sababu muulize ni biashara gani hiyo kubwa.
Something
yenye unataka kutoa tu pesa, unakula tu stock. Anaikusumbui. Haina shida yote.
Clearly something to ponder on. Ni poa that tuna have discussion. I'm sure kuna watu wako like, hey, I say all of a sudden wamekuwa serious. Hizi 2 episodes bana. Jokes zimeisha are too serious. But that's it. The level of seriousness we're having here is just to show you how important politics is, how important democratic duties that you have are, you know. Na sahi for some of us who are, unajua kuna ma youngster bado wako wanaishi na mzazi nini, ile time utaenda kuishi peke yako, hii stories zenye anabonga barabara, stima, maji we ndio sasa utaanza kurealize sasa walikuwa wanasema kweli. So imagine starting your ukiwa hapo pa hiyo level yenye uko, anza hapo hivyo manzi, kuwa serious from that point, then uta realize manzi there's a lot you can give out here, and we need to talk, we need to have a discussion out here, and we need to be honest with each other. Manzi tuache kuvote from tribal lines, hiyo manzi ni ufala. Mzazi wake akikwambia ati uvote mzee ama utalala kwangu, surely what kind of thinking is that? And also mzazi wako is juu umevotia nani? Think about it. Think about it. So manze tutoke kwa hiyo kakuni, tuanze kurealize manze hii kitu it's real and it's here with us, you know. Manze tuende huko nje na tuvote.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I think just as Kevin amesema, Sudi ameongea hiyo point kabisa, yani amesema given so many tips from his experience, personal first-hand experience of an aspirant who is going to be on the ballot this year's election. I think let's not give up. And let's remember we have a role to play. It starts, it ends with us. We have to continue engaging. Let's engage. Let's wake up. Let's wake up and engage. And let's remember one thing. Election is not the end of exercising your democratic rights. It's not the end. It's actually the beginning. You actually start a journey with the person you put in power. You actually start a journey with them, which you will go with them until for the next 5 years, if they're going to last in office that long, because there are other possibilities. But the truth of the matter is there's more to it. There's more to it. Let's engage. We can look for the right information, look for the right data, have the right conversations, do the right research. Let's engage and let's talk about this. We can change our nation progressively. Pole pole ndio mwendo. Tutafika.
Sudi manze, asante sana. Umetujenga. Yeah, kuna hata sisi umetuchallenge. So we are grateful for that. Tutakuita tena. Because we need to have this discussion. Yes.
Sawa.
All right, so thanks guys for watching. Wacha niwaambie hivi. Mkisubscribe kwa wala saja subscribe, in 100 days utafanya nini Rombe?
Nakwambia, wacha niseme hivi. My supporters. Watu wangu hoye. Smash the subscribe button. Turn on the notification icon.
Come on.
Kwa sababu this is now 2 cents, 2 jets, and a penny.
Baadaye.
Baadaye wasi.